A local legacy denied. First tonight on Our News Live at 7. A round of applause at this year's Business Outlook on Grand Bahama as a 50-year jeweler slams what she says is outsider privilege at Celebration Key. The Minister for Grand Bahama responds. And on Bimini, a heartbreaking incident as an 83-year-old snorkeler unresponsive off Ocean Key, the community in shock as onshore efforts to revive him failed. And Sustainability First is back tonight with a top UN official saying countries remain committed to championing a global clean energy transition. This as the United States prepares to exit the Paris Agreement. Then in our news at 7:30, activist group Rise Bahamas urges mandatory minimum sentences for sex crimes against children after a 5-year jail term for a father who abused his 3-year-old twin daughters. We'll show you the rising public outcry. Our News Live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kendino Knowles, a local business owner raising concerns about limited opportunities for local entrepreneurs during the annual Grand Bahama Business Outlook in Freeport Thursday, with country and industry leaders all gathered in Grand Lucayan Resort Ballroom. Owner of Freeport Jewelers, Lauren Madu, shared her frustration after she says she was denied the opportunity to set up another jewelry business at Carnival Corporation's multi-million-dollar cruise port, Celebration Key. That development now under construction in East Grand Bahama. Madu, who has been in business for 50 years, claims she and several other Grand Bahama business owners have been overlooked. She directed her concerns to Grand Bahama Minister Ginger Moxie during a Q&A session.
To go through all the paperwork, go to all the seminars, we just felt like we would get an opportunity, and that did not happen. So when I hear people mention that the setup out there is to give Grand Bahamian businesses an opportunity, I can say firsthand that that is not the case. And so it's a little disappointing.
And Madu says she feels discouraged.
I wanted to really have the question addressed because I don't want to move from Grand Bahama to then expand to another island because things are not that great here at this time. I know we're saying, okay, in the future these things are coming, but for some of us that have been in business for a long time and have experienced the hurricane, the pandemic, our sales have dropped.
All right, Minister Moxie did respond. She said government remains committed to ensuring Grand Bahamians receive fair opportunities and will continue to advocate for local businesses. We've got more highlights from today's Business Outlook. That's coming up in Our News at 7:30. We'll check in with our Talia Hall, who is on the ground. Meanwhile, beachgoers still soaking up the sun and enjoying crystal clear Bahamian waters despite recent shark sightings. This after 2 American women are recovering following a shark attack while swimming in Bimini over the weekend. The incident drawing international media attention. Our News was out at Junkanoo Beach today to get reaction.
I think it is definitely, sensation losing, right? If the sharks, right? It's like you get attacked by a wolf or a bear, you're going to hear about it, right?
I'm not really worried. I'm going to stick kind of like where everyone else is, where the rest of people are congregating. So I'm not really worried about it at all. I'm also kind of familiar with sharks, and I know that, as long as there's not blood in the water, nothing crazy going on, they're not going to bother me, so.
And those tourists you just heard from, they weren't the only ones enjoying the ocean today. We also spoke to these local sisters.
It doesn't bother me or anything because I'm not, going around them or, bothering them, I would say. The sharks only attack what, I feel like is a threat to them.
Well, I feel okay because at the same time, I don't think sharks are over here really. And if they are, they're not a threat. So it's safe. It's okay because I don't go far. I mainly stay on shore or close to the shore.
All right. While that latest shark attack not keeping those folks from enjoying a day at the beach, we are following another drowning in Bimini. This time, police say an 83-year-old man reportedly drowned while he was snorkeling just after 11 a.m. in waters off Ocean Key. The victim was reportedly snorkeling when he became unresponsive. He was brought ashore where police say he was given CPR, but efforts to revive him failed. A man accused of helping a gunman who killed 2 men outside a club has been granted bail. Jamiko Wright, his bail was set at $9,900, and he's required to check in with police weekly after prosecutors did not object to his release. Prosecutors allege Wright aided and abetted the people who killed Keith Allen and Jeff Auguste on December 6, 2024. Police say Allen and Auguste were gunned down after they left a club on East Bay Street and Okra Hill. All right, we are still following Grand Bahama Business Outlook. We've got more on that coming up in our news at 7:30. But for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Gideon, and a happy Thursday evening, everybody. Just one more day before the weekend, and we've been enjoying some rather nice weather. A little on the warm side, but temperatures still comfortable out there. 79 degrees is our current temperature right now outside our studios. We call it breezy. East-southeast winds at 14 miles per hour. Feels like temperature is at 78. Temperatures around the islands right now, it's 77 in Freeport, 78 in Marsh Harbour, Abaco, a little warm across the island chain. Also in Alistown, 78. We pick up 80s, Nicholstown, Andros, Great Harbour Key, and over in Governor's Harbour. Central Bahamas, 81 in Kemps Bay, 80 Georgetown, 78 Arthurstown, Cat Island, Coburn Townsend, Salvador, 77 in Deadman's Key, Long Island, 79 once again in Duncantown, Ragged Island, Colonel Hill, Crooked Island, Matthewtown, Inagua, Delectable Bay, 78, and a pair of 77s in Abrahams Bay, Meguana, and Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Islands. Satellite radar composite, we are still in this rinse and repeat regime. High pressure is in charge. Big, broad high pressure sitting across us that is extending out of the Atlantic. That actually extends into the Gulf of Mexico, but that high is going to be responsible for keeping the system to the north of us over the next couple of days before we do see a frontal boundary get here sometime Saturday into Sunday, bringing us just a chance of a few showers. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Coming up in sports, the BBF announces Team Bahamas' America Cup roster, and the Kingsway Academy Saints are your BAISS Senior Girls Champions. All the other series headed to Game 3s.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama here, and you can see I'm filming new episodes here in one of the family islands, the one that has the pink snow. If you've missed last season, you can catch it right now on our TV, Cable Bahamas, channel 212, with Dorian Missick and Simone Missick, Gibton. We had AJR and Cuba. So catch the repeats of the Charlie Bahama show, and just rest assured, I'm out here working hard for the new season.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to do the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and time allocated to do them.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. Team Bahamas is set to host Window 3 of the FIBA America Cup qualifiers in a week, and today we learned the roster that will represent the country on home soil. The 13 players include several with professional experience currently playing in international leagues, and 3 making their senior national team debut. In the backcourt, the guards are Garvin Clark Jr., Franco Miller Jr., Dominic Bridgewater, Rashad Davis, Godfrey Roll III, and Aaron Gordon. In the front court, you have national team vet Keno Burrows, Sammy Hunter, Kentwan Smith, Davario Miller, Kenny Isnord, Nathaniel Bastian, and Dylan Musgrove.
The Kingsway Academy Saints may not have a swimming pool, but they were the only team to finish their BISS championship in a sweep last night. The Saints completed their undefeated season with a 35-12 win over the St. John's College Giants last night at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Andika Curtis was named the series' most valuable player.
Staying in the BAISS, tonight we'll have 3 programs celebrating a title and 3 disappointed fan bases leaving the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. The senior girls are done, but every other series is headed to a third and deciding game. Let's take a look at how we got here. Starting in the junior girls division, the C.W. Saunders Cougars survived overtime and foul trouble to pull off a 41-39 overtime win over the St. John's College Giants. In junior boys play, the Giants extended their season with a 41-35 win over the Jordan Prince William Falcons. Finally, in senior boys, the Queens College Comets rallied in the fourth quarter for a 57-53 come-from-behind win over the Giants. That'll do it for our sports. Stay tuned to our news at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as U.S. President Donald Trump makes reciprocal tariffs a done deal. We'll tell you his latest executive order. This as gold prices soar beyond $2,900 ahead of Trump's recent tariffs, and why Ukraine says it will not accept any U.S.-Russia peace deals. When our news returns.
It's your boy Charlie Bahama here, and you can see I'm filming new episodes here in one of the family islands, the one that has the pink snow. If you missed last season, you can catch it right now on our TV, Cable Bahamas, channel 212, with Dorian Missick and Simone Missick, Gibton. We had AJR and Cuba. So catch the repeats of the Charlie Bahama show, and just rest assured, I'm out here working hard for the new season.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
My name is Trey Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. United States President Donald Trump signed a memo Thursday calling for customized tariffs on foreign trading partners, matching the duties they impose on U.S. products. A senior official explained this means the U.S. will tailor tariffs based on each country's trading profile. Trump's move follows his earlier announcements on tariffs for China, Mexico, and Canada, with China already facing a 10% tariff. In addition, 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum are set to kick in next month. However, many economists warn these tariffs could drive up consumer prices and inflation. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is now heading the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, winning a 52-48 Senate vote despite millions spent by opponents trying to block him. Critics on the left have slammed his past vaccine conspiracy theories, while those on the right aren't thrilled about his support for abortion rights. His weeks-long confirmation concluded with dramatic late-night speeches on the Senate floor. In the end, enough senators came through. Republican Senator Mitch McConnell, a polio survivor and former majority leader, broke ranks to vote against him. President Volodymyr Zelensky said Thursday Ukraine won't accept any deals about its future made without its say. Speaking at a nuclear plant on his way to Munich, he addressed concerns over Trump's call with Russia's Vladimir Putin and comments from the U.S. Defense Secretary downplaying Ukraine's claims. Zelensky hinted at a possible meeting with Trump before he meets Putin, though nothing is set in stone. He described Trump's call with Putin as unpleasant. The U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation has uncovered about 2,400 new records linked to JFK's assassination after President Trump pushed for the release of classified files. In a statement Tuesday, the FBI said these documents found during a fresh search prompted by an early executive order are being sent to the National Archives for declassification. While the official story credits lone gunman Lee Harvey Oswald, public interest and conspiracy theories persist. Trump has also vowed to release files on the murders of Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert Kennedy. And gold prices broke the $2,900 mark for the first time Monday, riding a record rally fueled by safe haven buying. Investors are reportedly spooked by President Trump's new 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum, which have raised fresh concerns about trade wars and inflation. Spot gold hit about $2,905 per ounce, while futures closed near $2,934, marking the seventh record high this year. Some experts are predicting prices could soar to $3,250 or even $3,500. Well, countries staying committed to their national climate plans and looking to lead the clean energy transition. That's according to a top UN climate chief who says the commitment comes as the United States makes plans to exit the Paris Agreement. As our Jasmine Brown tells us in tonight's Sustainability First, that UN official is optimistic.
Bahamas first, putting sustainability first for our people and our environment. What's first for you and the planet comes first for us.
Executive Secretary of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, Simon Steele, laying out priorities in his first press conference for the year. He's encouraging countries to prepare stronger national climate plans this year. Steele says while he's optimistic, there's still a lot of work to do.
10 years on from Paris, we won't have delivered on all our commitments. But that is exactly why we need to look at how we're engaging our highest level participants, how we make space for leaders to do concrete deals that deliver for their citizens and economies now. With fewer high-level speeches, repackaging old pledges already made, but nowhere near fulfilled.
Steele made the speech earlier this week in Brazil's capital alongside COP30 President Ambassador André Correa de Lago. The push comes after U.S. President Donald Trump said he will remove the world's second biggest greenhouse gas emitter from the Paris Agreement.
A country may step back, but others are already stepping into their place to seize that opportunity and to reap the massive rewards, stronger economic growth, more jobs, less pollution, and far lower health costs. and more secure and affordable.
Even so, Steele says the world has mobilized around $2 trillion in climate finance. He called on countries to increase the amount of climate finance they agreed to target at last year's climate summit of $300 billion annually by 2035. Reporting for Our News and reminding you to put sustainability first, I'm Jasmine Brown.
Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was February 13th. Then in our news at 7:30, a father is charged with child cruelty after beating his 10-year-old son over a lie about homework. And St. Anne's Anglican School's annual career fair draws over 15 industry vendors. Meet the Our News alumni who made the memorable visit, representing our team and inspiring the next generation. When Our News returns.
It's your boy Charlie Bahama here, and you can see I'm filming new episodes here in one of the family islands, the one that has the pink snow. If you missed last season, you can catch it right now on our TV, Cable Bahamas, channel 212, with Dorian Missick and Simone Missick, Gibton. We had AJR and Cuba. So catch the repeats of the Charlie Bahama show, and just rest assured, I'm out here working hard for the new season.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch.
On this day in Bahamian history in 1887, St. Francis Xavier Cathedral in Nassau was dedicated by Archbishop Michael Augustine Corrigan of New York. The cathedral held its first Mass 3 months earlier on November 7, 1886. Then in 1956, Governor Dan Ranfurly, born Thomas Daniel Knox, confirmed that 22 miles of the Exuma Island chain had been set aside as protected area. The area would become part of the Exuma Keys Land and Sea Park when it was established in 1958. It's the world's first protected area of its kind and is administered by the Bahamas National Trust. Then 9 years later, Eldise Clark was born. She was part of the Bahamas team that won the silver medal in the 1996 Olympic 4x100 meter relay. She also ran in the preliminary rounds in the 2000 Olympic 4x100 meter relay in Sydney that would later get her the gold medal when the Bahamian team won the finals, earning them the title the Golden Girls. Then in 1972, sprinter Andrew Tynes was born. Tynes is a retired multi-medal winning track and field athlete who specialized in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and the 400 meter relay. And February 13th, 1989, another Olympic medalist, Demetrius Rashad Pinder, was born in Freeport. In 2012, he was a member of the men's 1600 meter relay team that won the gold medal at the Games in London. After the win, the team was dubbed the Golden Knights. Pinder also won a bronze medal in the 1600 meter relay at the 2016 Olympic Games in Brazil. Well, if you're looking to impress that special someone on Valentine's Day, why not trade in the traditional flowers and chocolates for a day of pure bliss? Our Delvado Emmanuel, he's exploring just how you can do that in this report.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and if you're looking for a relaxing way to celebrate with your significant other, I have a place just for you. Come with me. Welcome to paradise, where the stress of the world melts away. Looking for the perfect way to say I love you this Valentine's Day? How about a day of beachfront bliss at St. Somewhere Spa, right here at Margaritaville Beach Resort in the heart of downtown Nassau. Located on the second floor of the resort, the spa is inspired by the sun, sand, and sea. St. Somewhere offers a carefree getaway that's all about finding tranquility. Just walking in here, you can feel the stress disappear. This isn't just a spa day, it's an escape to paradise where relaxation and romance come together. Now I couldn't resist getting on the table to sample it for myself. I learned all about the special offers this Valentine's Day.
So that would be our St. Somewhere Swedish couples massage for 50 minutes. It allows you to have a Swedish massage in a couples room. And then we also has the couples massage with the couples facial, as well as couples massage, Swedish massage with the pedicure as well.
But that's not all. St. Somewhere Spa offers a variety of luxurious services to pamper you from head to toe.
We are here at the spa, we offer massages, facials, waxing, manicures and pedicures. They're all on sale here at the spa.
Whether you're celebrating love, friendship, or just a day of self-care, St. Somewhere Spa at Margaritaville Beach Resort, Nassau has everything you need to make this Valentine's Day unforgettable. Reporting for Our News, I'm Delvado Emmanuel.
All right, thanks so much for that, Delvado. I could certainly use a Swedish massage right now, but that's going to do it for us in News at 7. Before we toss to 7:30, as you know, at Our News, Thursday is the new Friday, and we want you to have some fun with us. Joining us now, entertainment correspondent Danielle Miller. And Danielle, I know you're looking to get a jump start on the weekend. What's the latest? Where are you now?
Hey Ken, I am at Carnival, Bahamas, located in Hurricane Hole, and I am here to try their Valentine's Day menu. I was here last week and the food that I had was really good. So when I heard that they were having a Valentine's special, I came right on over and decided to sit in their love room and enjoy myself this evening. But if you want to know what else I'll be doing this weekend, head on over to our social media pages and watch Thursday is the new Friday to find out what we have in store this weekend. And for your weekly dose of entertainment news, tune into our 7:30 p.m. broadcast, and I have a special lady to bring to you. All right, guys and gals, until next weekend, deuces. Back to you in studio, guys.
All right, thanks so much for that, Danny. Megan, do you know what that special lady is she's referring to?
I do, but of course you have to stay tuned.
Do.
Our News at 7:30 to see who she is.
I know something about good loving.
Absolutely, just in time for the weekend of love.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Well, we'll have more on Danielle's escapades in just a bit, but for now, here are your latest headlines. First tonight, they're being hailed as heroes for their acts of bravery. A Good Samaritan and a police force officer both caught on camera as their quick thinking was the difference between saving a life or something worse. Plus, another organization in the fight to protect children and punish those that harm them. Rise Bahamas also calling for stiffer penalties for anyone convicted of sex crimes against children. And then, are Grand Bahamians being shared out of the proverbial pie? Business owners say they feel snubbed and overlooked as other vendors are afforded prime space in a new economic zone. And later, Our News heads over to St. Anne's Primary School, our team helping to shape the future of journalism at this year's annual career fair. These stories and so much more when Our News returns.
Inti Corporation is on the move. Day by day, panel by panel, our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more real. With each milestone, Inti redefines what is possible. Not only are the Lucayas solar power projects on the island of Grand Bahama growing in scale, they are setting a new standard for energy independence in the Bahamas. These state-of-the-art solar farms at the Fairfield and Devon sites, once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. Inti is on the move as a beacon of progress and innovation that is rapidly transforming our energy landscape. Witness the future of sustainable energy unfolding on the island of Grand Bahama as Inti Corporation shines brighter than ever. Inti Corporation, powering your world, powering your future.
Every season creates an opportunity for you to enjoy the comfort and security of your most valuable assets. Unfortunately, termites are common and very unwanted guests that never stop eating. With Struckum, you can enjoy the peace of mind as we protect your investment with our 3-year fumigation warranty. Struckum, #1 in pest control services.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play.
Now this is paradise.
It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come, experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
Welcome to Our News, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Megan Shepard in for Italia Hall. Delano Clark and Sergeant Arnold Nesbitt are being hailed as heroes after their recent acts of bravery saved lives in 2 separate incidents. Their stories going viral on social media in recent weeks. Today, they were recognized and rewarded for their efforts. Our Joshua Williams has their inspiring stories. Take a look.
2 heroes were recognized at police headquarters today. You may recall this viral video, a shocking incident where a woman was attacked and beaten by a man at a bus stop near Blue Hill Road back in December. The woman was seriously injured. Delano Clark stepped in to save her.
If I had to do it again, I would do it better. All right. I had no time to think. I just move, so I move. Whatever strength give me. It was hurtful, you know.
Sergeant 3506 Arnold Nesbitt was also recognized for his heroic efforts. It's a story our Delvado Emmanuel covered first, when the off-duty officer used his car to shield a Defense Force Marine seaman who was struck by a vehicle while jogging on Samila Butler Highway a few weeks ago.
That day was very, very touching, but it came from a place of morality, a civic duty.
Deputy Commissioner of Police Anthony Roll says it's important to take time out to highlight the good in our communities, adding that we should follow their example.
These 2 incidents exemplify the goodness and bravery that exists within our society, reminding us of the importance of stepping up to help each other.
Now presenting the 2 gentlemen with gifts were Fidelity and the John Bull Group of Companies. They say acts like this is what community is all about.
It is always admirable and worthy of recognition when we remind ourselves that we are our brothers and sisters' keeper, that those who require our assistance and our input often don't have the opportunity to ask. And so it is upon us who have an opportunity to give back to them.
Bringing our communities to where we used to be, a point where we cared about people, we were our brother's keeper, and we believed in paying it forward. And so all of those things and for all of those reasons, it's why I'm here today.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Definitely 2 inspiring examples. Thanks so much, Joshua. Well, tonight, Rise Bahamas, an activist movement that seeks to protect the rights of children, calling for mandatory minimum sentences for those convicted of sex crimes against children. The Bahamas Christian Council and Human Rights Bahamas have also called for stiffer penalties for such crimes. Now, this follows public outrage after a 37-year-old father was jailed for 5 years for sexually abusing his 3-year-old twin daughters last week. The man pleaded guilty to indecent assault in the middle of his trial before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. Rise Bahamas President Denise Major says now is the time for the judicial system to put their feet down.
We do not want
these perpetrators to go before the courts and plead out. We don't want them to go out and there's some loophole within the law that says that, oh, they could only serve a minimum amount of time. These are crimes against innocent babies. They are essentially taking away their lives. Yes, the children are living after these crimes, but they are living with this trauma. And we don't even know if they're receiving counseling.
And it's not the first time we've seen children suffer similar crimes or even worse at the hands of adults. The most recent to grab headlines, the tragic sexual assault and killing of 12-year-old Adriel Moxie in November of last year. Major says too many children have suffered in silence.
We are seeing more and more of these crimes, but what's even more disturbing is those who aren't speaking out, those who we aren't hearing about. If it wasn't for a sibling being able to witness it, we may have never heard about this. So think about those that we're not hearing about. Fathers are supposed to protect their children. Parents in general are supposed to protect their children. So it's bad enough that we have to worry about strangers on the street. We can't send our kids anywhere.
Meantime, a father has been charged after he went too far in disciplining his son for lying about not having homework. The 41-year-old man was arrested for child cruelty after the beating left his 10-year-old son with bruises about the body. The boy's mother reported the incident to the police after she saw the bruises when he visited her. The father, who has had primary custody of his son since he was 6 months old, pleaded guilty to a charge of cruelty to children at his arraignment. Assistant Chief Magistrate Carolyn Vo-Evans ordered the man to be released from custody and told him to return to court tomorrow. While the Grand Bahama Business Outlook is officially in the history books under the theme Prioritizing Inclusive, Sustainable Growth, our Italia Hall attended the event and is standing by. Italia, what can you tell us from the second city?
Well, Megan, the room that I am currently standing in was packed to capacity this morning for the 2025 Grand Bahama Business Outlook. Here, business owners and stakeholders got an opportunity to hear from the Grand Bahama Minister, Ginger Moxie, as well as the Executive Director of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Rupert Hayward, who addressed several issues. Let's take a look. The room was filled with business owners and key stakeholders at the Grand Bahama Business Outlook Thursday. The audience heard from the U.S. Charge d'Affaires, Kimberly Furnish, Director of Information Security at the Cable Bahamas Group of Companies, Shakira Johnson, and Chief Financial Officer at Doctors Hospital, Dennis DeVoe. The keynote speaker, Grand Bahama Minister Ginger Moxie. Moxie telling attendees that the island is in the midst of a transformational journey. She reiterated the Prime Minister's recent comments on the Grand Lucayan Resort, noting the government's focus on securing a developer who will embrace Grand Bahama's culture while creating a world-class brand. Moxie also highlighted the Grand Bahama International Airport, saying that once completed, it will fully meet the needs of the island's expanding resort footprint.
When completed, we expect there to be a new domestic terminal, new international terminal, as well as at least one FBO for private jet traffic. Designs are being adjusted to suit changing needs, and I'm advised that once the design-build construction goes vertical, the development will be completed in 18 months.
During the minister's Q&A session, Laura Madhu, owner of Freeport Jewelers, raised concerns about being denied the opportunity to open a business at Carnival's Celebration Key, despite being in business for over 50 years. Madhu claims she and several other Grand Bahama business owners were overlooked, while opportunities were granted to outsiders. Here was Moxie's response to that concern.
It is Carnival Cruise Lines, I would say, their prerogative to decide who they, decide to have in the cruise port. I'm not sure if there's a Carnival Cruise Line representative here today, but I continue to encourage them to ensure that Grand Bahamian businesses are represented.
Executive Director of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Rupert Hayward, also bringing remarks. His topic, taking advantage of unparalleled opportunities, building a model that benefits all Grand Bahama stakeholders. Hayward focused on current projects, admitting that while progress is being made, the island's recovery is taking long. He says collaboration with investors continues, but more work is needed for long-term growth.
We must create an economic model that protects us and our economy from future storms and economic downturns. Freeport can be and will be so much more when we get this model right.
When asked about the current relationship between government and the GBPA, Hayward described it as a work in progress. Hayward was also asked who's responsible for the decline of the city of Freeport.
I think it's a collective effort, right? I think we can all do better. I mean, I'm not standing here today saying the Port Authority is perfect. In fact, I've said it in a number of speeches that we need to create a bona fide world-class organisation. We do have constraints, and those constraints, can be removed by us working closely with the government.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Natalia Hall. As we can see from the Grand Bahama Business Outlook, there are still some concerns among the Grand Bahama business community. As for the economic future of the island, we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, reporting for Our News live in Grand Bahama, I'm Natalia Hall. Back to you in the studio, Megan.
Thanks so much for that comprehensive report, Italia. Well, the Royal Beach Club on Paradise Island is inching closer to opening, and they're looking for Bahamian entrepreneurs to participate in the development of the Royal Beach Club. Royal Caribbean International announcing it started the request for proposals process. RCI in a press statement saying that they're marking the next phase in the development of its 17 acres Royal Beach Club with this open call to Bahamians. President of Royal Caribbean Bahamas, Philip Simon, says the call for proposals from Bahamian businesses and artisans is a crucial next step in the beach club's development and ultimate success. The Davis administration signed a heads of agreement with RCI for the development of the $165 million Royal Beach Club in April 2024. Construction of the beach club will feature pools, cabanas, and Bahamian boutiques, among other amenities. It is expected to be completed later this year. Well, there's still lots more to get to tonight, but for now, meteorologist Greg Thompson joins us in the Weather Center. He's got your first look at temperatures. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Megan, and a happy Thursday evening, everybody. A warm day around the islands. Once again, temperatures managed to get into the low 80s. We are settling down into the upper 70s right now, 79 degrees outside our studios with a few clouds. East-southeast winds at 14 miles per hour, a little on the breezy side. Feels like temperature is at 78. High pressure ridge in charge of our weather. That's going to continue to influence the weather pattern across us. Mostly dry conditions, temperatures slightly above normal. And we also have a tight pressure gradient across the central and southeast Bahamas. So we still have that near gale watch for the extreme southern islands just to the south of Inagua. But all in all, it should be a beautiful day tomorrow as we continue with the high pressure in charge. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
The annual St. Anne's Career Fair dubbed a success this year. We'll tell you how the Our News team made an impact. Plus, health officials want you to spread the love this month, but nothing else. We've got the details on the free HIV testing happening over at the Mall of Marathon when Our News returns.
Diet-friendly special.
It's the month of love, and health officials are reminding you to stay safe. If you were in the mall at Marathon today, you may have noticed their setup in Center Court, offering free HIV testing and other health screenings. The idea is to come out of offices and make testing more accessible within the community. Supervisor at the HIV Center, Paula Boleg, breaks down the importance of regular HIV testing.
We say it's important to get tested if you are having sex. Even if it's unprotected, even if it's protected sex, still come and get tested, have an HIV test. We're here where we're bringing our testing to the community, which means we're not to make you more comfortable, more receptive to having an HIV test. It's confidential. Whatever the results is, it's only you and the person giving the results. Yes, we know sometimes you can be a bit frightened, and that's human of us. But we are here to help, and it's 15 minutes, and you will know your HIV status.
And if you missed them today, feel free to visit the National Reference Lab in Victoria Gardens or the HIV Center on Rosetta Street. Well, over 15 different vendors convening at the school's Fox Hill campus today, that's St. Anne's Anglican School, as they hosted their annual career fair. Our News Senior Digital Content Manager Ricky Bari and Lead Creative and Web Design Lynette Lockhart, both alums of the school, made their long overdue return to the campus, this time to represent the Our News team and share valuable information about a career in the broadcast field. Lockhart describing her return as a nostalgic one.
Actually, I got kind of emotional when I walked in because I know everybody says this, but it literally felt like I just left here a couple years ago. And now I'm back to inspire other students to let them know that, hey, the sky is the limit. You can do and be anything that you want to be. You just got to put your mind to it and work hard. But this is a great experience, and I'm truly grateful to be a part of it.
Primary and high school students lined the yard of the school to get insight into what their future career path may be. Two future journalists, Darren Rogers and Kiana Bain, took a shot with the Our News mic.
I am glad to be in this environment today, learning about different careers that I want to do in the future or might want to do when I graduate from St. Anne's.
Okay, and is it very inspiring? Do you feel any type of way?
Yes, I do, especially coming from Our News. We learn about production, telegram, and all the background stuff that goes into the hard work, what they have to do.
Awesome, awesome. And we are learning now that police are investigating two separate incidents involving Caucasian male victims. This as a 33-year-old man reportedly drowned after experiencing distress on a snorkeling tour just after 11 a.m. on Thursday. Police say he was removed from the water, CPR was attempted, and emergency medical services confirmed that he had no vital signs. Meanwhile, over in Exuma, police are looking into a suspected shark attack that took place on Tuesday at Highborn's Key. According to initial reports, the victim was riding an e-foil water toy when a shark bit his right leg. Police say he received immediate medical attention and was airlifted to New Providence for further care.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Coming up in sports, the BBF announces Team Bahamas' America roster, and the Kingsway Academy Saints are your BAISS Senior Girls Champions. All the other series headed to Game 3s.
Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama here, and you can see I'm filming new episodes here in one of the family islands, the one that has the pink snow. If you missed last season, you can catch it right now on our TV, Cable Bahamas, channel 212, with Dorian Missick and Simone Missick, Gibton. We had AJR and Cuba. So catch the repeats of the Charlie Bahama show, and just rest assured, I'm out here working hard for the new season.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the lives.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very...
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's Sean Martin. Let's do show. Team Bahamas is set to host Window 3 of the FIBA AmeriCup qualifiers in a week, and today we learned the roster that will represent the country on home soil. The 13 players include several with professional experience currently playing in international leagues, and 3 making their senior national team debut. In the backcourt, the guards are Garvin Clark Jr., Franco Miller Jr., Dominic Bridgewater, Rashad Davis, Godfrey Roll III, and Aaron Gordon. In the front court, you have national team vet Keno Burrows, Sammy Hunter, Kentwan Smith, Davario Miller, Kenny Isnord, Nathaniel Bastian, and Dylan Musgrove. Players are scheduled to arrive on Monday, and Federation executives are optimistic about the performance they expect in front of the home crowd.
All of these guys are main cogs of our regular windows, and there's continuity there. At least 8 to 9 of these guys have played continuously in these windows, and so there's some continuity and synergy there.
Game 1 will be against Cuba February 20th at 8:40 p.m., followed by Game 2 against the United States on February 23rd at 7:10 p.m. Team USA will be headlined by former NBA vets Norris Cole, Robert Covington, and John Jenkins.
The Kingsway Academy Saints may not have a swimming pool, but they were the only team to finish their BEISS championship in a sweep last night. The Saints completed their undefeated season with a 35-12 win over the St. John's College Giants last night at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Andika Curtis was named the series' most valuable player. She scored a game-high 19 last night after a 22-point performance in Game 1. St. John's scored the first 2 of the game, but Kingsway outscored them 15-2 for the remainder of the half to take control for good. The Saints opened up their biggest lead of the game headed into the fourth quarter, 31-6. With a 40-19 win in Game 1, they closed out the series with an average margin of victory at 22 points per game. In 2024, the Saints lost the title to the Giants in a hard-fought 3-game series where the final game was decided by just 2 points. The core of that team returned this season to dominate the league.
Staying in the BAISS, tonight we'll have 3 programs celebrating a title and 3 disappointed fan bases leaving the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. The senior girls are done, but every other series is headed to a 3rd and deciding game. Let's take a look at how we got here. Starting in the junior girls division, the C.W. Saunders Cougars survived overtime and foul trouble to pull off a 41-39 overtime win over the St. John's College Giants. Late in the fourth quarter and trailing by 2, the Cougars forced a turnover, and Layla Leonard's driving layup tied the game at 33 with just under 9 seconds left in regulation. After leading scorer Alyssa Bain fouled out, Leonard and Rainey Tinker made key free throws down the stretch in overtime to force Game 3. In junior boys play, the Giants extended their season with a 41-35 win over the Jordan Prince William Falcons. A back-and-forth game all afternoon, the Giants opened up a 6-point lead headed into the fourth, 31-25. The Falcons trailed by just 2 with 1:42 left to play, but the Giants closed the game on an 8-2 run to take Game 2. Finally, in senior boys, the Queens College Comets rallied in the fourth quarter for a 57-53 come-from-behind win over the Giants. Talon Higgs scored the last 4 for the Comets, including the game's final score off a perfectly drawn-up inbound play to put the Comets ahead by 4 with 5.3 seconds left. Daniel Rowe led the Comets with 15 points. That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. I know exactly what you're thinking, and I'm not nervous. St. John's is going to be fine.
Well, what I'm thinking is, no matter the outcome, it finishes tonight.
All right, let's just go to the gym. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on Our News tonight, Grammy-winning artist Regina Belle returns to the Capitol. The good-loving singer ready to create new memories for all the lovers this Valentine's weekend. But first, meteorologist Greg Thompson steps back in the Weather Center with your extended weather forecast. That's coming up when Our News returns.
It's your boy Charlie Bahama here, and you can see I'm filming new episodes here in one of the family islands, the one that has the pink snow. If you missed last season, you can catch it right now on our TV, Cable Bahamas, channel 212, with Dorian Missick and Simone Missick, Gibton. We had AJR and Cuba. So catch the repeats of the Charlie Bahama show, and just rest assured, I'm out here working hard for the new season.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
My name is Trey Williams. I've been a live father.
This is our news. Welcome back. Ridge of high pressure is still the weather play in charge. That's continuing to keep us on the dry side. Warm temperatures around the islands. Once again today, we do have a tight pressure gradient still across the central and southeast Bahamas, so it's breezy across that area. We still have that near gale watch in effect for the extreme southern islands, Turks and Caicos, as well as the Nagua area. Very strong winds down there. But that high is going to continue to keep this weather system to the north. We expect that to drop towards the south, reach us by Saturday. Could stall out just to the north of the Bahamas, but we do expect a second frontal push just behind that. That should clear us, and we should see some rather nice weather for the upcoming week. Future forecast showing the moisture associated with that frontal boundary dropping across North Florida should be falling apart across our area by Friday into Saturday, still stalling just to the north of us and lift back towards the north through Sunday, but expect another push by the early part of next week. Boating forecast, Northwest Bahamas, caution flag still in place, east to southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, but up to 5 feet. On the Atlantic side, high tide is at 8:36 tonight, low tide takes place 2:43 in the morning. Central Bahamas, advisory still in place, very rough seas down there. Easterly winds 15 to 20 knots, they will be falling off to 15 knots, but seas will remain elevated 4 to 7 feet, and they will be in some moderate easterly swells. While in the southeast Bahamas, an advisory is still in place down there. Easterly winds 15 to 25 knots, very rough seas 6 to 8 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, we look pretty good for Friday, sunny and breezy in the afternoon. Saturday is when the frontal boundary gets just to the north of us, so we'll stick a few showers in there. We should clear out by Sunday, and then we expect the next front to come through. Could bring us a couple of showers by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, everybody.
Thanks, Greg. A night under the stars. That phrase now synonymous with describing an evening of hypnotizing, nostalgic music set under an open-air environment. Well, one of those events is all systems go for Saturday night. It's the much-anticipated Back to Love concert hosted by Alpha Sound's Promotion at the Nassau Cruise Ports Amphitheater. An all-white affair guests will be treated to performances by the Essence Band, Freddie Jackson, and Regina Belle. Belle arrived on island today, and she's already expressing her excitement for Saturday's event.
This is what I love. This is my passion. I tell people all the time, I bleed notes. It's never like going to work, right? So this was a little bit of a reprieve, a little bit of a step out of the norm to be able to sit back and just kind of close my eyes and exhale. So I'm appreciative to my promoter. I'm appreciative to all of the people in Bahamas. I really hope that all of them are going to come out and have a great time with both me and my friend Freddie Jackson.
As to what you can expect at the concert, well, Belle recalling moments from her childhood where she says she would stargaze in the back of a pickup truck, a memory she calls simple yet profound. She says it's those emotions of freedom, joy, and love she hopes to convey to her audience during her performance.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But now from way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. That's all the youngsters.
Definitely a sneak peek of what you can expect. Well, we thank you so much for joining us for Our News tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Megan Shepard. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Have a safe and wonderful evening.